Hey guys, welcome back to Baking with Shannon. Today we're going to be making my version of Jollibee's fried peach and mango pies, which has a nice buttery flaky crust along with a sweet mango peach filling. So don't forget, if you like this recipe, give me a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it, as well as subscribe for new recipes every Tuesday and Friday. So you want to start by taking one stick of butter and just dicing it into small cubes, and then just freeze it for about 10 to 15 minutes or until it's frozen. Then in a large bowl, you want to take a couple cups of flour, and to that add 1 tablespoon or so of sugar, as well as a half a teaspoon of salt. And just mix that around with your spoon just until it's combined, and just set it aside while we make our filling. So for our filling, you want to take about 3 cups of either fresh or frozen mango, and just place that into a medium-sized saucepan, along with 1 cup of either fresh or frozen peaches, a half a cup of water, and anywhere between 1/4 cup to 1/3 cup of sugar. And I encourage you to taste your fruit first, that way you know how sweet it is and you'll know how much sugar to add. You may need more, you may need less. I can't really tell you, it just depends on how ripe and how sweet your fruit is. So then just turn your burner on to about medium-high heat. Give it a quick stir just to distribute everything evenly. And just wait for your mixture to come to a rolling boil just like you see there, and leave it uncovered so that way some of that water can reduce down and you have a nice thick jam-like filling. And at this point your fruit should be soft enough where if you mash it with a potato masher, it should kind of break up into small pieces. And I like a filling that is kind of like semi-chunky, I would say, not puree but also not too chunky. So just mash it up to your liking. And just make sure before you fill your pastry that your filling is completely cooled at room temperature. So for your pastry, you want to take the frozen butter and just scatter it evenly over the surface of your flour mixture. That way it's a lot faster and a lot easier to incorporate into the flour. So now just take either a pastry blender, which is what I'm using here, or your fingertips would work, or just the tines of a fork, and you just want to press the butter into about medium-sized, pea-sized pieces. Just like you see there, so it's nice and evenly distributed, and a few larger chunks of butter is okay. It'll all help in creating a nice flaky tender pie crust. And now just add your water, about 2 tablespoons initially, and then just add it gradually 1 tablespoon at a time. And what you're looking for is just a moist mixture of buttery crumbs, and when you press it together in your hands, it should come together into a nice dough. Once that's done, you want to go ahead and gather your crumbs into like a dough ball right on your counter surface, and just wrap it up in some plastic wrap and refrigerate for about 30 minutes or until it's well chilled. So once your dough is sufficiently chilled, you want to roll it out on a lightly floured surface just until it's about 1/4 inch thick. And I'm just trimming the edges of my pastry because I do like a nice clean edge to each of my hand pies, but you don't have to do this. It does waste a little bit of the dough, so just keep that in mind as you're making your pies. So then just cut it up into about 6 evenly sized squares. I didn't even measure it, I just eyeballed it. So just, cut it up as large or as small as you like. And you can see how much our peach and mango filling is thickened up at this point. It's already cooled down completely. And these make like smaller hand pies, so I'm adding like close to 2 tablespoons of filling here, which honestly is a little bit too much. So just keep in mind as you're filling your pies, if you add too much, it could spew out the sides as it's baking. So then just take a pastry brush with a little bit of either heavy cream or milk, half and half. You can use egg wash or even water will work. But basically you just want to seal the edges with a little bit of liquid so that way your pastry, holds its shape. So now as you're folding your pie into its little hand pie shape, you want to squeeze out all the air as much as possible in between the filling and the crust. You see there, a little bit of my filling spewed out the side, so I did overfill it. So just try not to be overzealous when you're filling your pies. So then just take a little bit of milk or cream or half and half, whatever you have, egg wash. It will help with the browning of the pie, and it just gives a nice golden brown color. So then just use like the tines of a fork and just go around to press the edges of the pie together to ensure that it's nicely sealed, and it also gives a nice decorative edge. Then just take a knife and cut a few slits down the center That way it allows some of the steam to escape as it's baking. And by the way, I do have my oven preheated at 425 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is 225 degrees Celsius. Don't quote me on that, I'm not completely sure. But either way, just go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top. This is optional, but I do like the nice sparkle it gives and a nice crunch from the raw sugar. And I do freeze my pies for about 10 to 15 minutes before I bake them. That way they stay nice and flaky as they're baking.
So I just took these guys out of the oven. They're blazing hot, but I just wanted to show you those layers of pastry. See that? That means nice flaky pastry, and it's hot. It also means that we, you know, did well in terms of making the pastry, making sure the butter stayed cold, and yeah, they rewarded us with nice flaky pastry. So it's extremely hot right now, so let it cool down to room temperature before we try it. I wish the iPhone could like really reflect the true color of these pastries, these little turnovers, because it's looking a little washed out on camera, but trust me, it's nice and golden brown. So let it cool down completely before trying it.
How buttery, flaky, and tender the pie crust is, and paired with that tangy and tart peach and mango filling, it's just a winning combination. So if you try this recipe, let me know in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, I really appreciate it, and subscribe for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.